She went from sleeping on a friend's couch in Barbados to becoming the world's youngest self-made female billionaire. But here's the shocking part. It wasn't her music that made her rich. In fact, the decision that made Rihanna a billionaire was so controversial that her own record label tried to stop her. Stay tuned, because what I'm about to reveal will completely change how you think about celebrity business ventures forever. Before we dive into this incredible story, if you're fascinated by how celebrities build their empires, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest success stories. Trust me, you'll want to see what's coming next on this channel. Most people know Rihanna as the pop icon behind hits like Umbrella and Diamonds. But what they don't know is that she pulled off one of the most brilliant business moves in entertainment history. A move so calculated and risky that it transformed her from a struggling artist into a business mogul worth over $1.7 billion. And the best part? She did it by breaking every rule in the book. Picture this. It's 2017. Rihanna hasn't released an album in over a year. Her fans are getting restless. Her record label is pressuring her for new music, and critics are saying her career is over. But while everyone thought she was taking a break, Rihanna was secretly building something that would make her richer than Beyoncé, Madonna, and Barbra Streisand combined. The key to her success? She identified a problem that billion-dollar companies had ignored for decades. And here's where it gets interesting. The solution was hiding in plain sight, but it took someone from outside the industry to see it. For years, the beauty industry had a dirty little secret. Despite being worth over $500 billion globally, it was completely failing an enormous group of customers. Women with darker skin tones couldn't find makeup that matched their complexion. Major brands like L'Oreal and Maybelline offered maybe 10 to 15 foundation shades, and most of them were designed for lighter skin. But here's what's crazy. These companies knew about this problem. They had the data, they had the resources, but they chose to ignore nearly 40% of their potential customers. Why? Because they thought it wasn't profitable enough. They were about to learn how wrong they were. But Rihanna's master plan wasn't just about makeup. What she did next was so genius that it caught every major beauty brand completely off guard. And the numbers I'm about to show you will blow your mind. In September 2017, Rihanna launched Fenty Beauty with a simple but revolutionary concept: 40 foundation shades from day one. While other brands were offering 10 to 15 options, Fenty launched with 40. But here's the genius part. She didn't just add more shades randomly. She studied undertones, consulted with makeup artists worldwide, and created a formula that worked for skin tones that had been completely ignored. The results were immediate and devastating to the competition. On launch day, Fenty Beauty's website crashed from too much traffic. Sephora stores sold out within hours. But the real shock came when the first month's sales numbers rolled in. Fenty Beauty generated $100 million in sales in its first 40 days. To put that in perspective, most beauty brands take years to reach that milestone. Within the first year, Fenty Beauty hit $570 million in revenue. The brand that the industry thought was too niche had just proven them spectacularly wrong. But Rihanna wasn't done. While her competitors were scrambling to copy her shade range, she was already 3 steps ahead with her next move. What happened next turned Rihanna from a millionaire into a billionaire practically overnight. And the partnership she made was so unexpected that even business experts called it impossible. In 2019, Rihanna did something unprecedented. She partnered with LVMH, the same luxury conglomerate that owns Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, and Moët and Chandon, to launch Fenty Fashion. This made her the first woman of color to have an original brand with LVMH and the first person to launch a new brand with them since 1987. But here's where Rihanna's business genius really shows. While most celebrities just license their name to existing products, Rihanna negotiated to own a significant portion of her brands. This meant that every dollar Fenty made, a large percentage went directly to her. By 2021, Forbes estimated her net worth at $1.7 billion, with the vast majority coming from her Fenty empire. So how did a girl from Barbados outsmart billion-dollar corporations? It comes down to 3 key strategies. First, she identified an underserved market that everyone else ignored. Second, she didn't just enter the market. She completely redefined it by setting a new standard that forced everyone else to follow. And third, she leveraged her celebrity status, not just for marketing, but to secure unprecedented business deals that gave her ownership and control. But the most important lesson from Rihanna's success isn't about makeup or fashion. Rihanna's billion-dollar success teaches us that the biggest opportunities often come from solving problems that seem too small or too niche for big companies to care about. While established brands were focused on their existing customers, Rihanna focused on the customers nobody else wanted. She also understood something that most celebrities don't. Fame is temporary, but ownership is forever. Instead of just endorsing products, she built and owned her businesses. That's why she's richer than artists who've sold more records and won more awards. Today, Rihanna's Fenty Beauty continues to dominate the market it created. The brand has expanded globally and forced every major beauty company to increase their shade ranges. Her influence literally changed an entire industry. And while she stepped back from music, her business empire continues to grow, proving that sometimes the best career move is the one nobody sees coming. What do you think about Rihanna's incredible business transformation? Did her strategy surprise you? Let me know in the comments below what other celebrity business empires you'd like me to cover. And if this story inspired you to think differently about business opportunities, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Because next week, I'm revealing how another celebrity built a billion-dollar empire in an industry nobody expected. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the biggest opportunities are hiding in the problems everyone else is ignoring. See you in the next one.